Hey, what's up? It's your girl Tamira, aka Girl from Harlem.
And this is Ray Daniels, aka the Culture Referee.
And this is the Guy Show.
The Culture Report.
I almost forgot. Yeah, you had that. You had my back with that one.
Let's go.
All right. So it's been a really busy week in hip hop. So we just got off of the Essence Music Festival. I actually was out there. I had a ball. That was my first time really exploring New Orleans. It was really, really good for the culture. Have you ever been to Essence before?
Yeah. I went to Essence. I've been to New Orleans a few times. I went to Essence one of the early years. I think I went to Essence in like 2012 or 13. That was the first, like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
so it's grown.
Yeah. I Googled it to see how many people attend, and I did not expect it to be that many. How
like
many?
100,000, 200,000?
500,000.
Oh, I can see that. Black women be wanting to spend their money. Give them something to do, they going to come and they going to spend that money.
They were there, like, all ages. Like, the babies were there, the grandmas were there. There was something for everybody. They had it broken down. It was organized really well. Like, I truly enjoyed myself. But, of course, the highlight is the music part. So, JD actually shut down the Essence
Shout out to
weekend.
the God Show. What do they call it? Not affiliate. What do they call it? The God Show alumni.
Yes.
Shout out to Jermaine Dupri.
Yeah, he did a set called The South Got Something to Say, where he paid a tribute because 50 years of hip hop and Atlanta's contribution to it, and he brought out all the heavy hitters from Atlanta, which sparked a conversation like, we need something like this in ATL. So,
well, we do. We have Strength of a Woman. We have A3C. I mean, we have a lot of stuff here. But Essence is, you got to remember, Mary just started Strength of a Woman like maybe 3 or 4 years ago. Give it 10 more years.
Yeah,
it'll be the biggest in the world. It's already getting
I
there.
think I'm proud to watch their growth, just to see how well it was put together, see how they had like financial, they had the beauty aspect, they had the music aspect. It was really embedded in our culture, so I appreciate that. One of the bigger headlines from this weekend was Janelle Monáe. She decided to free the boobs, and she kind of flashed the crowd, and that just led into a bigger conversation. So one of the issues, so India Irie had came out and complained about Meg Thee Stallion's set, and was pretty much saying like, what's the purpose? Everything isn't meant to be done on stage. And it sparked a really big conversations among generational gaps, and people kind of say, okay, R&B soul sister, then you need to hold your sisters accountable on stage because they be doing, Jill Scott be doing some pretty sexual, crazy stuff up there. So my question is, how do we hold everybody to the same standard despite the generations and despite having different ways people might express themselves?
Man, that's a great question. I think that Chris Rock said it best when he said selective outrage. I think that I noticed that people, like, for example, people were saying, why nobody giving Rihanna flack for wearing her stomach out, but everybody does Krishan. Here's the difference. Rihanna has been around since 2004 as a successful artist. She's given us hit after hit after hit after hit. So she has the benefit of the doubt. She doesn't have the ghetto tag on her.
Right. I'm like,
Krishan came in, like I said, missing tooth, sucking her nigga toes. Anything she does, they're going to frown upon it. By the way, it's crazy how people try to flip words. Once again, I'm saying, and as a father, you tell anybody in the world, you're gonna get what you give. If you
talking
smile,
about your sexy red comment, right?
No, I'm just saying, but I'm like, if you smile, people are gonna smile back at you. If you come in with an attitude, people gonna have an attitude right back to you. It's amazing to me how many people don't realize that their life is a reflection of them. They think the world is doing them wrong. No, motherfucker. You don't look like a favorable person to hang around with. You don't look like I can have fun with you. You don't like, and one of the laws of power is to avoid the unhappy and the unlucky. So if you come in a room with unhappy, unlucky energy, people gonna come there. So point is that when I say Sexy Red or I say what about her, people's like, oh, blah, blah. I'm like, bro, I don't even think her team thought the record was gonna work. It's simplistic. It works. Juicy J, slob on my knob, like corn on the cob. Juicy J has never got mad at anybody for making fun of that.
Right. Because he knew what he was putting out there.
Only thing he might say is, I wrote that shit when I was 16. Because he wrote it in high school when he was 16. Point is that whatever you put out there, it's going to come back to you. When you was in LA, did you get a lot of love?
Yes, I had a ball.
I did too. You don't know why? Because we put love in the world. Now, if somebody else didn't get love, that's because they put something else in the world. So something else, something different. So my words I would say is when I say what I say about Kreayshawn, I'm only saying facts. I discovered her sucking her man's toes and didn't have a tooth in her mouth. Where I'm from, that's crackhead shit.
And if you're going to be a crackhead, be Whitney Houston crackhead, not Kreayshawn crackhead.
Well, Whitney Houston crackhead was different because Whitney Houston was a star first.
Was a talented.
So there was a filter that she knew she had to give herself to. And, Kreayshawn probably ain't been famous over the last 18 months.
Well, Young Miami said that y'all love seeing a black girl be black until it's too ghetto. Like pretty much like y'all have a cap on how black we could be or where we could be black at.
Well, it's not that. It's just that every place is not appropriate. If there's kids in the audience, it's not appropriate. Every place is not appropriate. And people feel like they can just do them because that's how the world is set up. There are going to be people who have something to say. I personally have a problem with Janelle Monáe. Only reason why I didn't, because Janelle Monáe has been famous since 2005. She ain't never did nothing like this. She probably just feeling good about herself and wants to do that. But she has built such a credibility up that when she does do it, we know that that's a moment in her life. Right. We don't think that that's her.
Yeah, that's not a defining aspect of who she is.
I mean, she's done so much. She's literally covered up her body her whole career.
Yeah, but It just looks like a cry for help now, which is sad because you shouldn't have to do that.
No, Janelle Monáe is a boss.
But she's not in the headlines the way she has been over the past of her career. She's been in the headlines more lately with her boobs out than she has previously in her career.
That says more about society than it does her.
With you. I agree with you.
You cannot punish her for doing something that society likes more from her. It's like when I was in LA, I had people, every room I went into, they want to talk about the podcast. I'm like, I do music, but it frustrates me because it's like, damn, everything I'm saying on the podcast, I've said in the room, but for some reason, there's fanfare there, so people fuck with it. But it's the game, man. It's the game. It's going to be some good shit that come. I don't care where you are in life. It's going to be some good shit that come with it and some bad shit. And if you think you're going to be able to just do you with no consequences or nothing, you don't live in the real world.
Facts.
Because there will be a rapper wears a chain. If it's too big, somebody going to take your chain. Sure. A woman wears her ass out, somebody going to slap your ass. It is always an ignorant person in the crowd that sets the crowd off. It's just a game. So you can't give those people a reason.
Amen. All right. So Tidal is to become the latest music streaming platform to raise music subscription prices. It's
Good for them.
Really only $1, but
good for them.
Yeah, they're saying that having a unlimited music library at a low rate is a privilege.
The value of music has been lowered by streaming. That's the truth. I used to have to go buy somebody's album, $20. Oh, $16. Oh, you knew, $9.99. Now I could pay $10 to get all y'all shit.
That's crazy when you think about it, because remember, you used to have to wait online. You had to sometimes pre-order the album, it was so much just to get a song you wanted to hear. Listen to the radio, wait, record, sit there.
Request, call it to the radio request. Yo, can you play this song? But that's what I'm saying. Now everything is on demand. So music has went down since streaming has become prominent. Why? Because you can just press a button and upload a song. Unlike back in the day, you had to find a distributor, pay for the amount of albums you're gonna do, shipping, all that stuff. Now you just press a button. So because it's so easy to do it and it's so easy to put it out, the music is getting worse and worse and worse. Because I don't have to think about it. I just recorded in my house and I put it up, and who cares what happens with it? But if you had to pay money for an engineer, pay money for a producer, pay money for a writer, pay money for artwork, pay money for everything, you're going to be a little more critical when it comes to putting out your music.
You're going to make sure it hits.
Yeah, you're going to make sure, because you know, like, once I send it out, I can't go back. Like, you can upload a song and then change it later. Like, it's like the digital process has changed the entire way we do it. And that's why I'm telling you, I'm looking at the world. Music is getting worse. People are getting worse. Yes. People are feeling entitled. People are feeling angry. People are mad. I'm telling you, that's why the world is going to get worse and worse and worse unless somebody says, get over yourself.
Oh, you know what that reminds me of? How they trying to delete Black Twitter. Oh wait, I gotta stop calling it Black Twitter because it's not just
Twitter.
for Black people. It's Twitter. Okay, so I had hit you up over the weekend because I was in a panic because that white guy over at Twitter is trying to make some new rules and implement some stuff, and he pretty much trying to say get off the internet when he got pushed back. So he's trying to limit how many, if you're not verified, you have access to a certain amount of tweets.
Elon Musk, and not only Elon Musk, anybody who's super rich, you need some broke friends.
Right, cool.
You need some not a broke employee, but a broke friend. Someone who would tell you tripping. Someone who would tell you that you're doing it wrong. Someone who would tell you everything that you need to know about it. I'm gonna say that one more time because someone rudely, and then we can edit it. I'm saying Elon Musk needs some broke friends. Every rich person needs a broke friend. That person that's like, man, you know you paid $1,900 for a T-shirt, right? He's like, so what? It's nothing. No, you just need someone around you to give you perspective because Elon Musk, that was the biggest mistake you could make. Is to say, for the people that's not paying, I'm gonna limit your access. And for the people that pays me, I'm gonna give more access. Here comes Mark Zuckerberg, the opportunist. I got something for y'all. They've been working on Threads for how long? He released Threads right after he said that stuff.
He can wait.
Bro, people are tired, man. I'm telling you, like, so Elon Musk, he needs some broke friends. Somebody to tell him, hey, bro, I don't know if that's gonna fly.
But 10 million users signed on to Threads in 7 hours.
Yeah, but those numbers are, you got to look at through a vacuum. You got to look at it through a filter to understand. All you had to do was press a button on Instagram and you registered.
Yeah, Jack asked me, was I going over? And I was like, no, I'm loyal to Twitter.
But it's no disrespect. It's just, bro, all you got to do is press a button. And if your Instagram, whatever your Instagram name is, someone can't come to Threads and take your Instagram name. So your Instagram name is on hold.
Already for me.
For you. Nice. So that's why people are kind of going over there to claim it. Simple as that.
I don't get it. Half of y'all wasn't even on Twitter. Y'all just always want to jump on the next thing. Like, it's too many social medias now. Like, can we get one that kind of conduces everything?
But we give one, and then he starts saying, I'm going to limit 600 views to all the people that don't play it. If you do pay, I'm going to give you 6,000 views.
But social media was made to be free. Wasn't it meant to, like, communicate people and connect people and put people out there?
I don't think nobody created social media thinking they weren't going to make no money. It was never meant to be free.
Well, for the consumer.
It was always meant to monetize. Instagram is easy to monetize. Facebook is easy to monetize. Twitter is a little harder to monetize.
Love Twitter.
Because it's kind of like the place where everybody goes to. It's like town hall. Like we all go to say our feelings.
It's in live time.
It's hard to monetize that. You know what I mean? Like, so I don't know. I just think that, Elon fucked up and now Mark is about to take over. And I hate it because I hate it because I love Twitter, but I look at it from this standpoint. See, this is the reason why it works. I've been on Twitter for how many years? I've been on Twitter for at least 10 years. I got like 7. Hold on, I'm gonna go to Twitter. I want to do it the right way. I don't want to do it the wrong way. I'm gonna go to my Twitter. Ray Daniels has on Twitter. I have 7,503 followers on Twitter. Now let's go to Threads. I've been on Twitter since 2009. Now let's go to Threads. I have a total of 3,707 followers. I'm halfway there in less than a day than my followers on Twitter. So that's the cheat code that they did. Because your followers follow you over there. So you have 27,000 followers on Instagram, you're going to have that on Threads.
It's an easy transfer.
It's an easy transformation.
People love it easy.
You got to always pay attention to the person that's sitting next because they might be the person that's like, okay, they might be watching you fuck up just to take your spot.
And he was waiting for this. He was waiting for the proper time. He had the name. He had the rollout. He had everything ready to go. He pressed that button.
Dropped. And now they talking about, you know what I'm saying? Now we talking about it. Yeah.
Spotify had 44.4 million U.S. subscribers in February. Apple Music only had 32.6 million. I know you're a Spotify believer, right? You use
both.
Which one do you use more as your main source of music?
I only use Spotify because I like that they give you the end of the year rap.
Okay.
I used to use Apple all the time, but I like that Spotify says, here's the song you listen to the most. Here's the song that you went to. I like that because I like the data on myself. So that's why
I like that.
But my library is on iTunes, so There it is.
That's how I feel too. Like I use Spotify more for like my playlist and like seeing what other people are doing kind of. But like my Apple Music stores all my
Everything.
old music,
All my shit's
my
on
new
Apple Music.
music. And it's like a time lapse. So I'll do like summer playlist 2001, 2000, and next year I get to look back and say, oh, these were the songs of last year. But the question I have overall for both, do you think that this means that Spotify will be taking over Apple Music in the near future?
Well, I don't think it can. I think Apple Music can take over Spotify.
But Spotify
Apple Music is going to be is worth $3 trillion. Spotify is worth some billions. Apple can buy
You said
Spotify.
trillion with a T. Hold on.
No, Apple's worth $3 trillion. Like
Somebody.
they can do what they want to Spotify when they choose.
Whenever they want to.
And if they want to come say here's 8 billion, here's 10 billion, you want 20 here, go, they can do it. And they will when they're ready. Trust me.
Ooh.
Are you crazy?
What about monopolies? Can't there not be monopolies?
I mean, there could be options, but that doesn't mean you're not the biggest guy.
Okay.
Yeah, you can't have a monopoly on anything, but that doesn't mean you're not the biggest guy.
You could still be the majority.
Yeah, I mean, Tidal was out there, SoundCloud was out there. YouTube, the biggest social media, I mean, the biggest streaming company is YouTube.
I believe that.
Yeah, because YouTube is the only company you don't need a credit card. So when people say stuff like NBA YoungBoy is big on YouTube, the reason why he's big on YouTube is because his fans don't have credit cards.
Jeez.
So they watch on YouTube.
Mind blowing.
Yeah, so, you know.
It all makes sense.
Yeah, when you got younger fans, YouTube is going to be your biggest one because they can watch you all day without nothing, without
Free.
paying for nothing, watching an ad.
Got it. Nelly has secured a $50 million deal.
Congrats to Nelly.
But can you break down the deal? Because it's 50% ownership over his entire music catalog. So that means he kind of still owns it? Or
Owns half. That was smart, by the way.
what's the difference between how everybody else is selling their music and how he did his?
Well, if you sell your whole catalog at that moment, whatever they paid you, you don't benefit no more. So I'll give you an example. Queen sold their catalog for $28 million in like early 2000s or late 90s. Queen catalog made in 2022 $55 million. Queen's catalog is probably worth a couple of billion at this moment because of the movie. So if you're Nelly, you're like, shit, I'll give you half. Y'all go, somebody makes a movie, somebody does a documentary, somebody finds a big moment for one of our songs, it goes up, y'all eat, I eat.
Got it. That makes sense.
I believe artists should sell half anyway. Like that's why Michael Jackson's estate is worth so much. You want to know why?
The music.
Because Michael Jackson bought the Beatles catalog.
Oh shoot.
He bought a few catalogs, and then he partnered with Sony. That's why for years it was called Sony ATV. ATV is Michael Jackson.
Who taught Michael Jackson the game? That was a good move.
Yeah, he paid $50 million for it, and now that is probably worth billions at this point. So that's why you buy and then have somebody take it up. So now as Sony goes up, so does ATV.
But it's not like technically half, right? It's not like I get these songs, you get
It
these
was
songs.
called Sony ATV.
No, I'm saying like Nelly's deal.
Oh no,
So it's not like you get these songs.
It was half of the ownership.
Okay.
Of everything.
Of everything.
Not like he sold half. Like maybe he sold. I hope he didn't. So sell half, and then he kept the other half.
That's what.
No, I hope he sold half of it all, and then
the whole thing, not just certain projects. Okay, so Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice dropped. They dropped this.
Can I say something? I want everybody to know. Ray does not talk about female rap. When they I just got to make it known because I feel like people be like.
At this point, you have no choice but to talk about female rap because it's the more dominant.
I'm just making sure that people know that Ray is not sitting around here saying, "Bring up Ice Spice and Nicki." I just want people to know from my perspective. So, because I'm a man, I don't think a man should be in women's business. But you ask me, I'm gonna answer. So
you're not just a man; you're a music exec. I wouldn't be asking Braxton about Barbie's World. I'm asking you as a music exec, not as a man, as a music exec.
Go. I just had to put that out there for the world. Let's go.
Hold on, now I gotta get back on track.
Get it right.
Nicki Minaj and Ice Spice dropped Barbie World. It debuted at number 10 on the Hot 100. They said Ice Spice is the longest charting female rapper in the Billboard's top 10 this year. There's really only you guys and Barbie World. I think and Lil Uzi might be creeping up the chart too. So needless to say, since we haven't had a number one rap song yet, do you think it's gonna be Barbie World or one of the hits from Pink Tape?
Probably Barbie World.
Why do you think that?
It has momentum. And if it's on Republic, one thing Republic does is when you give them a hit, they go get it.
So they're gonna put it. They're gonna.
Oh no,
push
no!
it.
If it's on the right label, it's on the Republic. Republic will go get a hit. Some labels will sit on it for a little while. If Republic smell it, they coming.
What does Republic do differently that other labels don't?
Republic is ran by 2 promo guys, the Lippman brothers.
Yes.
So they came up being radio promoters, so they understand how to go get it.
They got the whole mindset already on
they
promotion.
go big or don't go big. Yep.
First of all, the rollout for. Oh, that reminds me. They were eating Nicki Minaj up in the comments because they said that she used a white Barbie doll instead of like an ethnic looking Barbie doll. But you know, the people are too sensitive nowadays. But I do think representation does matter. But yeah, so I do hope that hopefully the girls can hit number 1 and we'll have our first round.
For sure, I hope so too.
Number
I
1.
love it.
Switching gears, so all over the internet, you literally cannot open your phone right now without seeing Keke Palmer at the Usher concert. So Keke went to go see Usher's residency over in Vegas. He called her on stage.
He went to her.
Oh, he went to her. He serenaded her with a little songy song. She enjoyed every moment of it.
Her ass was out.
I'm going to get it. She had a message.
I want y'all to hold on. Hear me out. Let me stop real quick. I want people to hear what she just did. What she just did is what women do. Fuck the world up. Hear me out. She paints this beautiful picture. She's there. She was drunk. She was with her friends, and it was a beautiful. And she does all this shit. Say, then here he comes. It does. None of that matters because when you walked out the house, your ass was out.
And you saw me walk out the house.
He probably didn't.
Well, then don't police if you wasn't there.
Listen, I'm all for a man leading his woman. I'm all for it. I'm
all for a husband leading their wife. Amen. But that's not his wife. That is his baby mother.
I hate that we, in our community, downplay the baby mother role, but give the wife the credit. Here's why.
I hate that we make people baby
mothers.
Can I
finish? Can I finish, please? I can marry you, Tamira, today, and then 6 months from now, divorce you. It's over, right? Mm-hmm. We married, we divorced. It's over. If I have a kid with you today, and we hate each other 6 months from now, we still got to talk to each other because we have a kid. Why is kids not more serious than marriage is my question to you.
I agree with you. Kids should be.
So why you just said make me a baby mama but not a wife?
First of all, you shouldn't be having kids with someone that you wouldn't marry. I just think that there's steps to it. And I think that we skipped the wife step. And that's the problem right now. He had no problem getting on the internet saying that, oh, my wife and mother, my kids.
Said, you're a mom.
He did. But then when they came back and said,
I'm going to protect my family.
Yeah, he said, but in his tweet, he used the term wife. That's not your wife. You didn't marry her. You put a seed in her. If you thought she was important enough to bury your child,
this is the toxic shit that why black women are fucking losing.
Guess what? Why? What
Stop trying to control men, bro.
How the fuck are we trying to control y'all? Because we want y'all to marry the person you're having kids with. How?
Guess what? You're right, but I gotta marry you. I gotta propose to you.
Yeah.
So guess what that means?
We gave y'all the control.
No, you didn't. No, God did. It was like that from the beginning of time. So let's stop. Actually, it's worse now because people have. No, it's worse now because women have bigger opinions. It's worse now because women have bigger opinions. It's worse now because everybody wants an opinion. Not just women, men too. People that haven't earned an opinion have one now. And that's what's wrong with the world right now.
How do you earn an opinion?
You contribute to the world.
To society.
You contribute to society. I would not be talking like I'm talking I would not be talking like I'm talking if I didn't take some black men or black people and make them millionaires. Amen. That's why I'm talking. I'm not talking because I'm like, give me a mic. I'm talking because I actually did something. So I understand the importance of what I say and what I don't say. I understand the importance of not saying something that's toxic because even though it makes me feel good for my soul, it felt good to say, where the fuck did we get? Bottom line is this. If that man want to refer to her as his wife, that man can refer to her as his wife. If he treating her like a wife, if he taking care of her like a wife, if he protecting her like a wife, oh, now I can't say you my wife when I don't want you to wear something. That's why y'all don't have no fucking man. Because y'all want a man to be there for the picture. No. And guess what? She ain't said a fucking word. She's probably at the house right now fixing it. Because you guys want a man, but you want a man for the picture and the Instagram post. You don't want a man for what a man is made to do, which is lead you. Because let me tell you something. If a man tells you not to do that, and that's it.
I agree with you.
Okay, so why? But no, that's agreeing now. But you just said, "Don't." My wife. If I refer to you as my wife, you my wife. I'm gonna treat you like my wife. First of all,
he should have never went to the internet with it. She made it very clear that
That's
she handles
true.
her household things out. She said she made it very clear. I don't discuss my business on the internet. So she's sticking to true to who she is.
Can I say something? No. Then guess what? Then
who she was. Then
guess what?
Walked out that house.
Okay, so
when he
that's
put
true.
That baby on her. But
that's true. But here's the other side to it. You know how the internet works. You know what you're wearing, and you know somebody can get a picture of that. So what's the difference? You know what you was wearing. Like if you have to ask me, do it look cool? You shouldn't be doing it.
It was a Mish outfit. She had a bodysuit.
Her ass was out
under it. You want to see ass out? What Ciara had on? That's ass fully out.
I feel the same way about that. I'm not gonna change my opinion because it's somebody I know. I know Keke, by the way. I still feel the same way. Immediately,
once you have kids, you should stop wearing the Mish. Like when do you stop wearing these outfits? Like when is the appropriate time? Okay, I get it.
That's not a pool, by the way. That's not at the pool. That's not at the pool. That's at a party where people are there. Like, what is the point of this? Because you want to feel sexy? So you only feel sexy when you're showing your skin? I'm asking. I'm a man. I really want to understand. What's the point of it? That's like me bringing all my cars out. I want all my cars. I need everybody drive my car. I want to show. What's the point? You put a target on your back. I just want to understand the point.
Cars are the equivalent to the sexy dress. I'm
yes.
just making sure. Okay.
Yes. Because if a woman pulls up in the sexy dress, every man gonna look, right or wrong. Every straight man at least, right or wrong. Yeah. If a man pulls up in a Lamborghini, every woman gonna get in line too. What's the difference?
So I could tell you not to drive your Lamborghini?
You can. You can say don't drive your Lamborghini in the hood if you don't want to get robbed.
Got it.
You can say don't drive your Lamborghini to that side of town if you don't want somebody to rob you. You can say that. And I could say what a woman would say. Well, I should be able to drive my Lamborghini anywhere. No one robbed me. Of course, motherfucker. But if there was that, like there's a God, there's also a devil. And y'all be talking to the God side like the devil don't exist and they out here taking lives and hurting people every day. So guess what, baby girl? If you my woman, cover your ass up. Because if a man slaps your ass, I got to be prepared to die behind that. Mm-hmm. I got to die, not you. I got to die. Because I'm going to have to protect you, right? So why you put me in a position where I got to die? Put your goddamn pants up. It's for me, let me see it. If it's for me and me only, then I should be the only one to see it. And that's how, what am I doing all this for? What am I in a relationship with you for if everybody can see your ass? We all can see it, but you my woman? Oh, you only one can touch it. Well, that nigga looks disrespectful. I feel like he gonna touch it. Now I gotta kill this nigga. Bro, we don't think.
Why do you wear chains outside? Why do y'all wear chains? Y'all wear chains for the attention of females, right? No. The same chains could get you robbed and shot, and me standing next to you with your chains puts me in the same danger.
You are 100% right. And guess what? Guess what? When I'm not afraid to say it. When I'm in certain places out of town, I have my jewelry. I call people on the ground. Hey, yo, I'm about to go to that event. Should I wear my jewelry or not? No, I don't wear your jewelry. I know the dudes out there, they robbing everybody. All right, cool. That's what I do. So I'm telling you that. So my thing is, I understand that there's a consequence for having $50,000 worth of jewelry on. I get it. If you a broke nigga, you see that. But guess what? I don't hang around broke places. I don't go places where the people can see me and be like, I'm going to get this nigga. Same way you shouldn't wear your ass out. If you wear your ass out at home, it's different. But if you wear your ass out at a concert, what the fuck was the point of that? Who do you want to see that? Usher? No, not Usher. The Usher that's telling you where to sit. We want him to see it. Who do you want to see your ass so bad? Why do you ask? No. I'm asking a woman a question. Why do you want your ass out?
No, she want to feel sexy. We dress more for other females than the men, honestly. We want to look better than the other girls in the room.
So here's my thing. If I'm a man.
Wait, that's what I'm
asking. So that means that we should define sexy. I think Drake defined sexy best. What he said, t-shirt, sweatpants, what he said, what's the line?
Makeup on.
That's when you're the sexiest. I hope that you don't take it right. Like, that's to me when you're the sexiest, when you like chilling around the house, hair wet, you look good. That's when I'm on you. When you wearing your ass out, that's when they on you. That's not for me, that's for them.
What if y'all was going to dinner though, if it was just y'all two and y'all were going to dinner, could she wear an outfit like that?
Fuck no.
Okay.
You fucking crazy.
I have a dress like
not
that.
Not even no.
I'm trying to figure out
fuck
if that's
no.
Okay.
Because guess what? You represent me. Let me tell y'all something. Michelle Obama represents Barack. That's why she doesn't wear that, because she respects him. If you got your ass out for other men to see, in my opinion, you don't have complete respect for your nigga. Wow. In my opinion. I got men in the room. Does any of the men disagree with that? Every man in the room is saying I'm right. If you a woman and you walking out with them fucking dresses on with your whole shit out, you got a man, you don't respect him. You don't. Cause why? If it's for me and I don't, why would you wear that for me?
I seen a guy post a picture of him and his girlfriend getting ready to go on a date, and he was like, "Yes, her dress is see through because my hands work and I got a gun." Like,
once again, he is what I call a dumb nigga.
Oh, okay.
You want to die, nigga? You want to kill somebody? You want to end your life? Or end someone else's life, knowing that a week from now, when your ass in jail, she dealing with another nigga wearing the same dress. You a dumb, bro. You a dumb, bro. I'm not. Listen, we got to stop. I'm tired of the world being dumb and then wanting to be celebrated for it. You can't be dumb and want to be celebrated for it. If you're going to do dumb shit going to happen to you. That guy that hit that woman that died, we know his family on some dumb shit. You saw the shirt they was wearing?
Yes.
That's what I'm saying. But guess what? Now it makes sense why he hit her.
Yep.
And now it makes sense why they now it makes sense. Now it makes sense why they had to kill him. And no, does anybody feel bad for that man getting killed? Nobody. Because you get what you put out. If I see a woman walking around a whole bunch of men with her shit out and the nigga wants to grab her ass, I'm like, baby girl, you shouldn't put it out there if you don't want him to do that. It's going to be ignorance everywhere we go.
Self-control.
It's going to be chicks wearing that shit to church. To my God, know what I look like naked. God know what I look like naked. Why can't I wear this to church? I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. We need more male voices. Men understand the consequences of the world we live in. Women don't. Women just have not geared to. They're not geared to because they don't have to die for a consequence. That woman got punched in the face and we all felt like, oh my God. Right?
Yes.
Let that been a nigga he got punched in the face. We'd be like, damn. Get up and fight back, nigga. God is letting us know every day that we are not the same. Mm-hmm. Men and women are not equal. We are not the same. It wasn't meant to be that way. And now that women want to be equal, it's going to be a lot of fucked up shit happening. There's going to be a lot of marriage ending. It's going to be a lot of public divorces, all that shit. And them guys are going to end up with them girls that understand how to move with me. When you my woman, you're a reflection of me.
I don't think the women wanted equality. I just think we wanted some type of fairness. Because I do not want to build houses or fight wars. But anyway.
Somebody come in here right now trying to shoot. Who the hell you expecting to protect you? The man. You're not saying, y'all sit down, man. I got it. Janelle. Janelle. Y'all got your guns. Let's do this.
If there's any man in here, I think could actually protect what's going on in here. I'm trying to look.
I promise you, ain't nobody touch the hair on nobody with me, and they won't.
Oh, I know
promise you that. And my thing is because I'm going to respect you, and you're going to respect me. And what I'm telling you is that we need women respecting themselves so men can respect them. Mm-hmm. You can't make a song called, I just heard it, by the way, Eat his ass. Eat his ass.
Switch.
Eat his ass. And you gonna make a song called Eat His Ass and get mad and nigga wants to sex. Come on, bro. I don't think Luke has ever been mad at anybody saying, don't stop, pop that pussy. Luke is grown as fuck now. He probably in his late 50s? He grown as fuck right now. He ain't saying, why y'all saying that to me? I'm a grown man now. Nah, he understands what comes with the territory.
That's because y'all
No, that's because we understand what comes with the territory. Men's job is to protect women. That's how God made it. We know our job is to protect and die for ours. That's why that little boy is a fucking hero, because he killed somebody for his mama. That's what men are supposed to do. That's why they have more male jails than they have female jails. Because men have to protect and we're willing. Women don't want the consequences. And here's my thing. At this point in my life, I'm just going to sit back and start watching people fucking get hurt around me and be like, you must not watch the God Show. You should have watched the God Show. What episode is this? Braxton Jordan 11, a Culture Report? You must not have watched a Culture Report episode 11. Because I told your stupid ass not to do it. Period.
Okay. Anyway, speaking of stupid
Hold on, I'm going to tell you a funny story real quick. Let me tell you a story. This happened at the barbershop. This dude, he does a PPP loan. Comes into the barbershop. Instead of him leaving the money in the bank, he goes and gets all the cash out. Come to the barbershop, show them all the money. Man, look, man, people, I'm up. The motherfucker got robbed 18 feet from the shop. As soon as he walked out, it was niggas that was waiting for him. And guess what every nigga in the shop said? Stupid ass shouldn't have went to the bank and got the money, dumbass. If that happens to a woman, y'all are going to be like, why didn't y'all protect her? Why would you do that? Why would you put me in a position where I got to risk my life to protect you? Why? I'm asking. No answers. By the way, any woman that's watching this, you're welcome to come say, I want to know.
Y'all the ones who walk around with it. You know what y'all walking around with. But like you said, if I tell you you can't leave a house like this, cool. But y'all be out here walking around with the bitches with their whole, excuse my language, with the females.
Oh, no, we can't say bitches now.
With their whole, well, I get in trouble because I'm supposed to be working on not calling y'all boys and calling women.
So you said what now? If we do what?
Y'all walk around with the big booty girls with the see-through outfits on all the time, everywhere y'all go.
You know what those are called? You know what those are called? As Don Vito says, you know what we call that? We call that a Lamborghini. I want to drive it for the night.
You want the Lamborghini?
I want to show it off for the night. God. I want to drive it. I want everybody to see me driving this motherfucker. But I'm going home to my Mercedes Benz.
To your good old.
To my Mercedes that knows these girls. I'm telling you, I'm not saying we don't, but there was a point in time where you can see the wives from the strippers. Mm-hmm. There was a point in time where you could separate the wives and the girlfriends from the hoes. Now we don't know now. Mm-hmm. We don't even know no more. Everybody looks the same. Agreed. And I know Keke Palmer's a sweetheart. Mm-hmm. That was probably the first time she ever did that. I promise you won't do it no more.
She learned her lesson.
I promise you she won't do it no more. That's my point. And if we see her not doing it again, we're going to see them happy together. But if we see her doing it, I promise you he ain't going to be there. It's going to be some other weaker nigga. Some weaker nigga that's like, yeah, show your ass out. Let me ask you a question. You think I can wear my ass out? You think I look good with that? You're going to have them type of niggas around you.
Not the Mr. Baddies.
A real nigga don't play that.
Baddies.
A real nigga don't play that. A real nigga don't play that.
Got it together. All right. Speaking of real niggas, Boosie calls out Empire Records over not being paid for his artist. Young Blue says that his brother forged his signature. Do you think, like, all right, is there anybody at record labels who kind of do any type of authentication on signatures? And then if you do get in a situation like this, how do you prove that it wasn't you that actually signed it?
Well, I don't, let's be clear. I'm not a lawyer, so I don't know all the legalities. But my guess is it depends on who it came from. So, Tamira, if you sent me a signed contract from your email, and it's not your signature, I still can say the contract came from you or your attorney. It came from your attorney. So people be thinking that this, I didn't really sign that. Okay, cool. Let's see how that works out for you in the long term.
Right, because if it still came from your email.
Well, if it came from your lawyer, email, anybody, it don't matter. It's still, they're assuming that this is this.
Okay, so and Boosie believed that Coley Ray should have sold at least $100K the first week. He said this shit is rigged. They be hating on celebrity kids. But Coley Ray actually was, what you shaking your head for?
I don't agree with Boosie.
What you
I just think that it's too early. I think that first of all, it goes back. This is artist development. Coyle Ray is a great artist development story. She sells 20 now. Next album, she sells 30. Next album, she sells 50. That's how you build yourself. So, yeah, she shouldn't have sold it, but maybe it was too early to drop an album.
But she was fine. She tweeted, she said, grateful to have an album on the top 200 for my first.
I think Coyle Ray is a star, by the way. And I think 10 years from now, she's going to be a global superstar. I don't think she's going nowhere no time soon. Because she makes hit records, she plays by the rules, and she does what she's supposed to do. So Coyle Ray, I just think that, like, what drives album sales now? I believe what drives album sales is the story behind the album. Mm-hmm. That's what I believe. So, like, everybody had to say what they say about Gunna. He still did 80,000 copies. What does that tell you? That tell you that people wanted to hear what he was going to say. Mm-hmm. People might not care to hear everything LaCoyle Ray is going to say because she probably doesn't have her shit out there. Like, does she have a song addressing her dad issue? I don't know. Mm-hmm. See what I'm trying to say? Yeah. If she does, that's shit that I should see in the press. Like, seeding. Like, Coyle Ray wrote a song to Benzino. Oh, okay, dope. I want to check that out. They got to find a way to drive sales. And music doesn't drive sales anymore. The story behind the music does. Like Confessions, everybody thought it was Usher cheating on Chili. The whole time it was Jermaine Dupri's story. But we believed it. That's why we bought into it. And here's the crazy part. On Confessions, how many songs does he have about actually breaking up? 4?
Wait.
I'm asking 4? Like, Superstar's not about a breakup.
Everything else is pretty much.
Yeah, it's not about a breakup.
Right.
Can You Handle It is about sex. Caught Up is not about a breakup. It's about him being whipped on a girl. Like, only 4 songs on it, but we bought the album because of the story, and then we like the other songs.
Even with the Gunna and Thugger thing, like you said, the story behind it, right? So everybody want to see what they talking about, who's going to say what.
I knew Gunna was dissing this person, supposedly dissing that person. That's the story behind the music. Made you want to go listen now.
Even when I was asking people over the weekend, like, okay, who y'all messing with, like Thugger or Gunna? And most people said music-wise, they going with Gunna, but like just street-wise and hip-hop-wise, they going with Thugger.
You want to know what drives sales for business? What drives music? what drives culture, what drives everything, it is social media. Social media. The Shade Room has just as much power as the fucking Super Bowl.
Agreed.
And I know you don't like that in the black community, rather. Let me be clear, because you know, people will be like, no, I don't even know what that is. I'm talking about in our community,
the black community.
Shade Room is more powerful today than BET. They have more influence than BET because we're all watching it. The Shade Room can make us famous. They can make anyone famous. That's social media. It's crazy how many people don't realize how powerful social media is, and we still treat it like I'm a different person on the internet than I am in real life. Okay, cool. All the people that's getting rich, my partner Don Vito was in here telling me about how much money people was making. Social media. I never even heard of these people, and they making how much?
Facts.
Doing what? Selling what? To who? And that's why it works. We are not taking advantage of social media, and we are all slipping. And the people that are going to win. And the people that aren't will be like, damn, I need to take Facebook serious. I need to take that shit serious. You got people like these guys like Country Wayne. Country Wayne, he ain't no huge comedian. He's a huge social media comedian. He's making millions of dollars, though, being a social media comedian, right? What happens if he would have started like every other comedian and went on a circuit and tried to tell jokes? Man, we don't tell how that nigga probably be somewhere performing right now for $500. But because he used the power of social media, he making millions of dollars and everybody's employed by him. We don't take advantage of how powerful social media is. And I have an answer for it coming. Watch.
I think the Baby did a good job at using social media to bring him back, because I really thought it was over for the Baby. And then that new song he got out, Make the Ghetto Bitches Put Your Hands on Your Knees, and like he's just back on top.
What's part of the story though? Part of the story is he's back.
Oh,
he recovered. That's the story. Now we happy to see him here. It's always a story. It's always a reason.
Yeah, it was like, can you really do it? And he's back like he never left, and you wouldn't even know that he had all those issues that he had. I also think that whole Fireman put her out is a little jab at Meg Thee Stallion, but you know, hot girl summer. But I'm gonna keep my personal things to this. Speaking about stuff like that, 50 Cent told Ja Rule, you're like obsessive side bitch, because 50 Cent said something about Ja Rule coming out on the stretcher. Do you think, like, because now I don't even think this fake beef is like open money.
I want somebody out there, Floyd Mayweather, to schedule a fight between these two.
Please.
They need to fight it out. Like,
but no, wait, that would not be a fair fight. Do you see what 50's big? Well,
hey,
Ja Rule got a little.
I ain't never seen a fight in the streets and somebody said it wasn't fair.
Right. So
it's a fight is a fight. You square up like they both. Neither
I
one
would
of them
love
boxers.
to see it though.
They just need to fight one time, and somebody gonna get their ass whipped.
But it's gonna be a lot of money on the table though.
They gonna make more money than ever made on
Yeah,
one deal.
I'm with that
I'll
one.
pay to see Ja Rule 55.
I would pay it. I would definitely pay. I want the whole Murder Inc.
Fuck a versus. They passed the verses. We need to see them fighting. They hate each other. Let's just get them fighting.
Hands put on.
And then somebody else with Irv Gotti on the undercard. Somebody else with 50 with Irv Gotti on the undercard. Something like that.
That'll be a good one. Okay, so we touched on that a little bit. Lil Uzi's Pink Tape is on set to sell anywhere between 200K and 250 the first week. It would be the largest sell for hip hop this year. What do you think is the biggest driving factor behind Lil Uzi's Pink Tape that's setting it out from all the other projects that came out this year?
Lil Uzi is signed to DJ Drama, Lake, and Don Cannon. He's signed to a label that developed him. Drama was taking him on tour years ago.
He's a SoundCloud rapper,
yeah,
right?
Uzi built his base. And not only that, to take it a little step further, he is a superstar. You don't think he's a superstar?
Not stand Uzi.
You don't like him?
I don't like him because he dates JT, and you know I just want JT to date a more masculine man. That's all.
But I believe that he's playing that role. I believe that that's a character he developed.
Definitely.
Because don't forget,
he's definitely acting like a kid out of video.
But don't forget when he ran down on which the kid was he ran down on and was like, let's fight. And Uzi about that life. He from Philly. He about that life. Don't let that pink shit fool you.
Don't let that pink shit
Uzi
fool
fucking
you.
nigga up. Remember that? Didn't that happen when he was like, and then he get into a fight with somebody and he like, Uzi ain't about that life. Don't let that pink shit. Don't let that shit fool you. He just playing a role.
Well, he's doing a very good job at it.
And that's why he's a superstar.
All right. I'm not sure this is right, but Lil Baby has released 31 platinum songs since 2020. Is Lil Baby the new hitmaker of right now? We also had an argument that his time might be up at the moment.
Lil Baby is a hitmaker, but Lil Baby is the hit.
So he can't make hits for other people?
Nah, his records work for him.
Just him.
Like, I feel like that the Baby Hands on Your Knees record, you could have gave that to Uzi and it would have been a hit.
I see what
you could have gave Uzi, you know, I just want to rock. Well, I don't know if anybody could have done that.
I see what you're saying.
But you can't give Baby music to nobody and expect them to pull it off. So Baby is the hit. The music is just there with him, but Baby is the hit. He's just like a black guy, a young black man that does everything right.
Can't argue that one. So what is the best motivational? I feel like you're gonna, excluding your songs, what's the best motivational rap song out? Not now, but like ever.
It depends. If I want to play some shit that makes me emotional and feel like, man, look how far I came. I play this song by Naughty by Nature. Everything is gonna be all right. That song does something to my heart. Some get a little, some get none, some catch a bad one, and some leave the job half done. I was one that never had and always mad, never knew my dad, motherfuck the fact. Like that was that story connected. That's the story. That's a song where he says, if you ain't never been to the ghetto, don't ever come to the ghetto because you won't understand the ghetto. What happened to that energy? Right. Now everybody want to be in the goddamn ghetto. But I would say that, and I ain't gonna lie, the other song popped in my head, Rick Ross, Jay-Z, fucking me, you know I got it. Oh, nothing makes me feel fresher than, I just landed in Europe, nigga. Shopping bags, I'm a tourist, nigga. What? Nigga, I should go to Europe right now. Let's get some money, my nigga. Let's go. Like, that should just make you feel like, oh, what Ho said, all hail Caesar's home, nigga. Ooh. What? To have a black man say Caesar's home? Nigga, we are the shit, man. Rap is the shit. Well, rap is done right. Rap is the shit.
Amen.
Rap just says shit that an R&B nigga could never.
What's a perfectly created rap song?
I mean, it's too many. You can't even, I mean, you can't even do it like, it's just too. That's what I'm saying. Like, I feel like we are limited. By the way, I hung out with a mentor of mine. I ain't gonna say his name because I don't want to put it out there. But he said that we talk too much. We talk too good about hip hop on this show, and we don't give the R&B guys no credit. So we gotta start trying to give the R&B guys some credit.
Give them some gold stars. Okay, so I'm gonna ask a few American Black Dad questions before we get out of here. Well, we spoke about this a little bit before. So there's this little rapper girl on, she stemmed from Twitter. Her name is Van Van. Her parents got a lot of flack this weekend because she was at Essence Festival. She was at the festival and the music shows. And she recently came on the Cameo app where users can pay for her to do like birthday shout outs and things like that. So people like, why are grown ass adults paying a 4-year-old for birthday shout outs? They're kind of saying it's like child exploitation and like, why are we doing this? Do you think that there's a age limit where we should start like developing children's stars, but also still allowing them to be a child? So how do you find that balance with children's stars? I
don't know, man. That's a good question. I think, I just think that as long as the parent is protective, we'll be fine. I mean, I think most child star situations go bad when the parents need the money. And now they're like spending the money and living off the child. And then when the child gets 18, they trying to control them. Look at Britney Spears. Like she's still, what is she in the conservatorship or something? Did I say it right?
Yeah, conservative.
That's what I'm saying. But like when she was controlled. So I don't know, man. I just, somebody can come in here and offer me money to make a gospel album. I would probably think 5 times about it before I did. I just feel like I should make money off God's word. I just feel like that should be charity for me, but it's like, and then you got the people that tell you to make money off gospel, the gospel people. Now you better get this money over here. Shit, okay, I didn't know that, but I don't know, man. I just think to each his own. You know, just make sure that the kid's best interest is always at the center of it. You know, like we in Tehran about to do a deal right now for his son, who's I think Amir's 10 now, and you know the way we doing this deal, he's protected the whole way. He's gonna make money for the rest of his life because me and his dad want to make sure that he's good and he's never gonna have to do music again when he turns 13, 14 if this goes right. So I mean, you know, I just think to each his own. I just think it's about having people that don't need you to wake up and here, Tamira, drink your syrup so you can go perform. You know, we don't want that's bad when you got to do that. The kid has to want to do it. If the kid wants to do it, support the hell out of them. But the kid got to want to do it. Some of these kids are like are made up by their parent.
Mm-hmm. But you always say they got a little Ray in them, so they'll be fine. Dwight Howard made some blogs recently, and it was for positivity. He was showing
encouraging his son.
He was showing how to encourage his kids to push through a workout. And I thought it was all good and dandy. It seemed all nice. Everybody was praising him.
And then here comes the miserable baby mama with something to say. How do I know she's miserable? There's certain things happy people don't do. If you happy, certain things happy people don't do. If you happy and you see some bullshit over there, I'm too happy to entertain that shit. But if I gotta address it, you let me know you in the same boat that I left you in. That's why it bothers you so much.
My issue with this is, and this is what we argued about off camera, she has the right to express her frustrations if this man does truly only show up one day out the year and then try to document it as if he's the best father ever. She does have the right to be frustrated with it. Ray was saying, like, if he's there and he's showing up, praise him in that moment.
But here's the thing. It's unfair for men in the house situation with a kid. Here's why. Because it's our kid, right? I'm using quotation marks. Hear me out. It's our kid. But if they live in your house, you make all the decisions. So it's your kid that I pay for, or is it our kid? And it makes it's like a race. It's like you trying to find your way in.
I want women to start giving men the custody of the kids, because y'all can have them kids. Y'all can have
I'll take it, no problem. But what I'm saying is that I know some great men. I know some great men who want to be greater fathers, and the one person stopping them is the woman treats the kids like she's their security, and you're a fan. Trying to get to them. You got to pay to get to them. You want to get to your kids, you got to give me some money. It's like, bro, that's their kids too. I just think that we got to find a way to change the laws for men, because I'm not playing that shit. Y'all.
I think they get to a point, though. I don't think it starts that way. I think after a while, a mother feels like they have to protect their child, even from the father, because if you keep letting the child down, if you keep having...
How many times do you let the child down?
I don't know.
See, here's the only difference. When you let the child down, you keep score. When I let the child down, you still keep score.
How often do moms really let their children down, though?
Shit, a whole bunch of men. Everybody said, yeah, nigga, mama to tell you too.
My mommy's a super mommy. My mother never missed a play, never didn't show up. My mother.
That's what I'm saying. Like we gotta my thing is this, is that if that man wants to be a father today, say if Dwight Howard wasn't in his child's life until that moment, do you think the way she talked, it made him want to be in his life more? Damn, motherfucker, I can't. When do I come around? You know how many men that I know say, I'm just waiting for my kid to turn 18, because when they turn 18, they're going to realize it wasn't me, it was their fucking mother. I know so many men that say that right now, because some of these women be acting like, because they birthed the kid, that is all theirs. It is not all yours.
I don't see how y'all let how. Who gives a fuck what the baby mother think? You're not in a relationship with her. Have the relationship with the kid. Nowadays, these kids, they act like China. How do you co-parent with Tiger and you don't speak to him? She said through the nannies. Y'all can literally figure out ways how to co-parent.
How many people can afford nannies, Tamira?
Y'all can figure it out. Drop them off at school. Tell the teacher, like, here, make sure this is the father instructions at 5 when he get picked up. I don't know. Figure it out. But you're not gonna hate my kid because you hate me.
No. I didn't see. This is the problem, y'all.
Well,
I did not say he hate the kid. I said that I know men that, dog, let me tell y'all something. It's so fucking hard every day to wake up and be a man and do everything you got to do to hold your family down. The last thing you want to do is go home or try to see your kids and get somebody give you a hard time. Bro, y'all do not understand how hard it is.
I don't. That's why I don't have
Like, it's so hard right now. Like, I know so many men that want to be fathers that can't be because of the woman and they bullshit.
All right, I'm going to tell you something. So my goddaughter went to school the other day, and she told the teachers at school, she said, daddy's mean to my mommy and makes my mommy cry. My best friend called her baby father and said, hey, can we have a day out just like with me, you, and the baby so the baby could see us, get together, get along? He said, absolutely fuck not. He was like,
why you say no?
He was like, I'm not doing shit with he didn't feel like that wasn't a priority.
I would say this. Here's something else I'll say. My kids my son one time see me disrespect his mother. One time I remember disrespecting his mother and I called out her name. And before I apologized to her first, I'm talking about like, not like 2 days later. I'm talking about like immediately. Mm-hmm. Apologized to her first and said, no matter how mad I am at you, I should never talk to you like that in front of our kids. And I want to apologize to my son. I should never talk to your mother like, nah, it's all good. Nah, it's not good. But how many times has she cried in front of them and screamed at me? You think she ever went to them kids and said, I'm sorry for yelling at daddy? No, because women don't feel the guilt that men feel because y'all have the maternal relationship with them. So it's like, fuck them kids. They'll be fine. They'll be all right. And as a dad, we want to make sure they're all right. Our dad's job is to protect kids. I'm just tired of this baby mama thing having all the power bullshit. And then people's mad about the child support. You don't need it. It's like, bro, my problem is this. Why are y'all fucking unprotected?
That's the question.
Why?
Birth control.
Why? Like, I know for a fact yours was made out of love. So I understand. If it was made out of love and because if it was made out of love, we can always get back to that. It might be a little moment of like, Facebook. If it was made out of love, we'll get back to that. But if it was made out of lust, what the hell you think gonna happen? He only liked your pussy. He ain't want what was coming out of it. And now he got to take care of it and all the other shit. I'm being honest, bro. We got to, if I promise y'all, we always talk about generational wealth in black community, right? Mm-hmm. If black people did this one thing, we'll get to generational wealth probably 10 times faster. Just use birth control. Because nothing slows you down like a kid.
Amen.
Nothing slows you down like having to take care of a kid. Nothing. I know people right now that I'm like, I could see them and I'm like, they stressed. I'm like, oh, you got kids. That's why you should. And then I can see stress when you don't have kids. You don't have kids, do you? Yeah. I can tell. You don't like your other kids. No kids, right? Kids.
That's the full beard in the hairline. Everybody with full beards and hairlines.
Braxton, kid. You could tell. You could see me right down you. You could see me. You could see my face. You can see that I'm a father. You can see that I love something more than I love myself. That's where the stress comes from. Aww. That's where the stress comes from. But imagine loving something more than you loving yourself. But the biggest villain in the story is the person you made the baby with. Man, that's why black men go be better stepfathers. You ever seen a stepfather? Stepfather be good as hell, right? Yeah. You know how he good? Mm-hmm. Mama's fucking him and feeding him every night. I don't give a fuck who kids they are. You so good to me, I'm gonna make sure the kids straight. Meanwhile, baby mama's like, fuck you, nigga, you ain't shit. Oh, you know what? Because as a man, I'm thinking you saying that to the kids when I'm not around. So I'm gonna go over here to her because at least I know these kids love and appreciate me.
I think that's the biggest thing about what's said when the other parent isn't around and how they portray the other parent. I think that's the biggest thing with co-parenting. Like, don't talk bad about the other parent in front of the kids. Like, if I ain't say nothing about parenting because I mind my damn business, I stay away from that. Don't talk down about the parent of your child in front of the kids. Let them make.
Don't cry. Don't influence them.
I never.
Don't say nothing. Don't say nothing. Don't do none of that shit. Don't do it. It's dumb. And when them kids get old enough, they gonna not like your ass. Mm-hmm. Especially, imagine a kid at 21 finding out their daddy really is a good person, but my mom kept me away from them. They gonna hate you, mom. Mm-hmm. They gonna hate y'all. Period. My mother tried to make me not like my father at times. I'm here. He's in jail. Guess what? He ain't never yelled and cursed at me. That's why I love him. He ain't never cursed at me. You cursing me every day, Ma. I'm afraid of you. My dad calls me on the phone from jail. He should be the nigga in jail like, hey, motherfucker, what's up? My dad would call me from jail, be like, son, are you okay? Do you need anything? He's in jail. Meanwhile, my mom is here like, fuck you. You hungry, motherfucker? Like, I'm telling you, man, if we're going to change our cards, black women have to take responsibility for the baby mama role they play in men's life because these men grow up and want to kill people because they only seen their mom handling shit.
Oh, because we make ourselves baby mamas.
No, I'm not. No, you kind of do.
How?
Kind of do.
Oh, Lord.
No, you kind of do.
I'm not touching it with a stick.
Guess why? You could get birth control. Birth control is not one-sided. You can get birth control yourself.
I know. That's not the answer. That's not the answer. That's not the answer.
That's not the answer. Birth control.
Men have birth control nowadays.
Exactly.
Too.
And
one man in this world going to get it.
He should wear his birth control. She should take hers.
Not getting no, my mother said birth control is my protection, but condoms is still the second layer. So you should be doing both. You should have birth control. Everybody should be on birth control. My mommy.
Guess what your mom is? A real motherfucker.
Oh, I'm like,
and that's why. Well, when I say it though, how dare you speak on a woman's body, bro? We fucked up, y'all. As a community, we fucked up as a people.
Birth control does so much to females' bodies.
And I can say, as a man, I will sit at the table and hear what I can do better every day of the week. Wouldn't you, Don Vito? When you
about
James,
putting the actions behind.
No, I'm saying when you sit down with anybody, if you could find out how you could be better, let's tell a single mother. Let's tell a single mother how she could be better. I raise these kids, I feed these kids, I'm hungry. Y'all don't know what the fuck I go through. It's like, bro, I just asked you, can we sit down and be better?
But you gotta understand, I would be bitter as hell if I was raising some kids by myself too. Like
Kids?
most of them
To have one as a mistake is one thing.
Yeah,
to have two without having them think, that's like you just don't give a fuck. To have two, like with the second guy that you have to have two terrible relationships, you just, mama, you need to go just get birth control.
Nobody ever thinks that they're gonna have a kid and become a single parent. Like sometimes they think it'll work and it just doesn't. Especially with the second one. I would assume with the second one you had the second one because
nobody what? Nobody
y'all
what?
just be having kids that thinking y'all gonna be single mothers with the baby.
Man, there's women out here that want kids just to be a single mother because they never experienced love. And they think I'm gonna love on my baby, and I'm gonna love on my baby the way I love my baby because I ain't never experienced love, and now they treat the baby like he a baby, and then this nigga be 35 years old still acting like a baby because you was trying to you had a kid because you wanted love. Yeah. Am I tripping?
And they not raising that kid to be a man, like to be a man. They raising it to be their man and protect them. And
a woman said
stuff.
that.
Yeah,
I said it.
Don't cut that and get me in trouble. All right, last thing in the culture corner before we get out of here. The Supreme Court overturned affirmative action in regards to colleges. I went on Facebook and I said, we don't have these problems at HBCUs, and they tore me up because they said they want their kids going to Ivy League colleges. You got kids of age where they're about to go to high school and you got to start having these conversations about getting ready for college and stuff like that. What do you think the future of black
I think that while we out here debating who should be invited to the barbecue, the Republicans are lining up and putting people in power who can make sure that they stay in power. Amen. Democrats, what's that famous saying, Don Vito? Republicans fall in line, Democrats fall in love. Republicans don't get. I sat at the table with a guy. Remember when Herschel Walker was running?
Yep.
And everybody was like, Herschel Walker's not smart. Why are they supporting him? Mm-hmm. You know what this Republican told me? I don't need to like him. He don't need to be smart. He just needs to vote in the boxes that we tell him to vote in. That's his job. Meanwhile, we're like, who's he married to? I don't like his wife. I don't like the way his wife's hair look. Oh my God, I don't like that. Who they? And guess what? While we're doing that, they're taking the country right back. And it's less to them than it is us. But they're lying. They don't give a fuck if it's the Mickey Mouse. They are voting. When they don't care, they're going to stand with their man, and we don't. We can learn something in our community from Republicans. Get the fuck in line. I don't care how you feel about it. Get your ass in line, stay in line, and don't get out of line. And if you get out of line, you can't come back in line. Meanwhile, we're like, well, she felt like this. Well, his feelings are hurt. Or we don't give a fuck in the real world, man. Everybody worry about how people feel. Fuck how people feel. What's happening? Supreme Court just overturned affirmative action, and it was another one. It was two that they overturned. Affirmative, Oh, and they went after the LGBTQIA plus community.
Ooh,
you think they give a fuck? If you go after that community, you really saying fuck all y'all.
Because they don't play.
Because they don't play. But guess what? I can be the person that can help them. But you know why they don't like me? Ray has more than one baby mama. We don't like him. We want him. Meanwhile, the Republicans like, we don't give a fuck if you're married 18 times with 57 kids. If you're going to go in there and vote for us, you're our guy. And that's why they win, and that's why we lose. Because they don't give a fuck, and we care too much.
The answer is go vote.
Nah, the answer is too late now. If you understand how the Supreme Court work, it's too late now.
Well, we going into, Harlem just had elections, but y'all can vote for your local politicians. Those are the ones that count. But anyway, thank you guys for tuning in to another episode.
And before we go, let's shout out our sponsors. Tote and Carry and Yoko Vodka. Y'all better be drinking that Yoko Vodka. That's Atlanta owned. That's owned by a black producer. That's owned by Polo the Don. Let's support Polo.
Go ahead. I know that's right.
Let's get it.
Make sure you guys are subscribed to our YouTube channel. You are following all of us on all social medias, and you share, like, and subscribe to all our content. Thank you guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Bye.